So let's discuss a question on fluid mechanics. Basically, you have a jet of water which is moving with a velocity of 16 meters per second, and you have a vane or a plate, you can say, which is again it's a moving plate, so this is also moving at 6 meters per second. So as it goes and it strikes, okay, so we need to get the force exerted on this. Now force exerted on the moving plate is basically changing the momentum, and this is how it goes after impact. So the initial momentum is mv and the final momentum is 0. The change of that is the force exerted. So m dot is nothing but density into flow rate into velocity relative. Now this is for the moving vane we use relative velocity, okay, because 6 is what it moves and this is 16, so what is felt is the relative velocity effect is felt. I mean, just think like this: if the water is moving with 16 and the plate is also moving with 16, there will not be any impact of the force because both are moving, so there is no impact. Okay, so that's the reason we take Q rating. And also the mass or the volume flow rate that strikes is also depending on the Q relative. Okay, so the volume flow rate is basically the area of cross section of the jet into the relative velocity. This is actually the volume flow rate that strikes the plate. Okay, this is not the total volume flow rate. The total volume flow rate from the jet will be again the velocity of the jet into area of cross section, but that is not, because some is wasted because of the if the moving vane would not have would be stationary, then the entire volume flow rate would strike it. But this, because of the travel, this is something which doesn't strike. Okay, per second only the relative component matters. So area of cross section is pi by 4 d square, diameter is 4, so we take 0.04 is the meters, and v relative is 16 minus 6, so that is 10. Okay, so this comes out to be 0.0125 meter cube per second. 0.0125 meter cube per second is the velocity. So we use it here. Density is 10 power 3. Okay, and Q is 0.0125, and the velocity V relative is again 10. So this gives out to be 125 newtons. So this is the force that is acting on the jet. But remember that you have to use V relative on the force calculation as well as on the volume flow rate calculation. Thank you.